Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me using my old favorites. So now that I finally decluttered my makeup this weekend, I feel like I can finally see the light with my makeup products and I can see things that I actually want to use in my collection, and it's not just a bunch of brand new things. As much as I love trying new makeup, I also sometimes tend to forget about my old makeup, and I don't want that to happen. So I want to make an effort to start using more of my older favorites, just in case any of you guys have them in your collection and you maybe want to recreate some looks, or hopefully it can just inspire you to dig through your collection and find your old favorites as well. Even the old products need some love. So I really hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you like these style videos and I can keep doing them, maybe like once a month, testing out old products that I used to be obsessed with. So let me know down below in the comments. As always, don't forget to grab a snack and let's jump into it. All right guys, so my brows are done because the brows I think are like one of the most boring things when it comes to doing makeup. So I don't have like an old eyeshadow primer. I know that for a long time I've always just used concealer, so today I'm just going to use my NYX Proof It eyeshadow base, which is one of my favorites. I've been really into eyeshadow primers lately, and this is just one of my go-tos, so I'm going to just go ahead and blend that out. And something really upsetting, so this brush is from one of my favorite brush kits on Amazon, and one of you guys messaged me yesterday on Instagram and you told me that it's no longer available, and I was like, so I clicked on my link that I always link in the description box of all my videos of the brushes, and apparently it says, I don't know when, I'll post a picture right here, but that's what it says. I'm really upset because I loved those brushes. It's weird because when I first purchased them, I think they were like $17, and then gradually the price started kind of going up. Then they were 18, and then they were 19, and then they were 22, and then now they're unavailable. It's the weirdest thing. So I'm gonna be using two Anastasia palettes today. First we have Modern Renaissance, which you guys know is one of my holy grail palettes. I haven't used this bad boy in a while, so I'm gonna be using this today. And then my Norvina palette, I haven't used this also since summer. I loved this for like a week and then I forgot about it, so I'm like, we gotta bring it out, because Anastasia's formula is unlike no other, and these colors are beautiful. So I'm gonna be using a mixture of both. I think I'm actually gonna first start off with this, let's see, yeah, this palette right here. Let's go ahead and just set the lids. Just kidding, let me not use, I'm gonna use Modern Renaissance because I'm gonna use the shade, which I barely have any left, right here, which is Golden Ochre, and I'm gonna mix it with Tempera. Okay, I'm gonna just take those two shades and I'm gonna just apply them all over, just because I want a nice even base. And I'm just using this Profusion blending brush. I'm gonna start off with this shade right here, which is called Eccentric, and I'm gonna be applying that in the crease. I desperately need to clean my brushes. Like, I'm trying to like spot clean them and it's not really working that great, but we're gonna make it work. By the way, I'm using a Beauty by Rosita blending brush. I've had this brush for probably like 2-3 years at this point. It's one of my favorite blending brushes. And I feel bad now even using these brushes from Amazon because they're not even available anymore. I'm gonna have to get like another brush kit so that you guys can like purchase it, because I like to be able to use products that I can obviously recommend to you guys and you can try them for yourselves. Jumping into the Modern Renaissance palette. Oh, I love this palette so much. I've missed it. I'm going to be taking the shade Love Letter and I'm going to apply that in the crease. I think I want to do something pinky, purpley. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with it. Just add that. I forgot how much I love Anastasia's form. I think I really want to make the crease very like burgundy-ish, and then I want the lids to be kind of like purpley. I'm sorry I'm so quiet. I feel like I'm just so like focused on what kind of look I'm gonna do. I should probably start planning my looks ahead of time, but sometimes when I do that, it doesn't turn out the way that I planned, so sometimes I just go with the flow. Jumping into the Norvina palette, I'm gonna be taking this shade right here, which is called Celestial. It's like a really gorgeous like purpley color, but it's kind of like a pastel, which I love. And I'm gonna use my Anastasia number 18 brush. I'm gonna dip my brush in here and then I'm gonna spray. That is so pretty. So I'm kind of like packing and then I'm swiping as if I'm kind of doing like a cut crease, like I'm carving that area out a little bit. Go in and kind of just blend the edges out. I feel like I kind of just blended a little way. I need a smaller brush, but I'm just gonna blend this first and then I'm gonna add some more product. I think I'm gonna add a shade to the center. I'm gonna take the shade Rose Gold and Dazzling, and I'm gonna apply that kind of like right to the center. I'm gonna use a tiny brush. This one's from Alamar Cosmetics. Oh, this eyeshadow is very pigmented. As you can see, it's like so much fallout is happening. These eyeshadows are a little crumbly, so I feel like spraying them is a must. I'm just gonna use the back of that same brush with the purple once again. I'm just gonna kind of emphasize that a little bit. Kind of blending the two together. I'm gonna take this shade Drama from the Narvina palette. I'm going to add that to the outer crease. I'm not gonna bring this shade up too far, like in the crease. It's kind of just gonna stay right on the outer part. Oh, I like that because I feel like that kind of makes the lighter shades pop a little bit more. Okay, then I'm gonna take a clean blending brush. This one's from Amazon. I'm gonna go back into the shade Love Letter from Modern Renaissance, which is like that burgundy red pink. And I'm gonna just run that very lightly in the crease. Sure, if you guys go on Amazon though and you type in like makeup brush sets, you could find something similar to what I had. I mean, they have so many different brush sets. There's a lot also of other brands that have brush sets that aren't that expensive. So I am gonna go ahead and just apply a quick coat of mascara. This is definitely an old favorite for me, the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black. So I'm just gonna do just lashes, no wings. For lashes today, I'm going to be using my Eyelure number 126. I used to use these literally in almost every single tutorial. I love Eyelure. They have some amazing lashes and these are like $5. So you can find these at Ulta, Walmart, Target. I think even like CVS has them, so get your hands on them. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop these on and then we'll move into, of course, skin. So I'll see you guys soon. Okay, lashes are on. I'm gonna fix everything with my eye makeup once I'm done, the foundation and everything. So moving into the skin. First I have the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer. So I remember I used to be obsessed with this stuff. So I was like, let me give it a try. Even though my skin isn't really as oily as it used to be when I used this, I figured I would just use a little bit on my T-zone. That's actually a lot, but oh wow, I can already feel this getting matte on my skin. And I feel like I still have eyeshadow on my face. A little bit. You don't need this much primer at all. Wow, this is definitely matte. I don't know if my skin really needs this much of a mattifying primer anymore. Probably just on my forehead, not so much on my T-zone. My skin has just changed so much over the years. Let me know if any of you guys feel the same about your skin. Is it because I'm getting older? Is it because what I eat? I don't know, but it's just not as oily. Then I'm taking my NYX First Base Primer Spray. I used to use this like every single day. That feels good. Definitely need that extra hydration. I don't know how I feel about these lashes anymore. I feel like they're nice, but they're kind of like not as dramatic as what I typically go for in a lash. Like these definitely, I don't think these are like my favorites anymore. I have so many other favorites, but they're pretty. Just not my style anymore. For foundation, I had a kind of hard time. I have so many favorite foundations and things that I've raved about for years, but I was looking through my collection and I found this. This is the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I haven't used this honestly in a while, especially ever since I discovered the CoverGirl Matte Made foundations. I wanted to whip this bad boy out again. I'm gonna use shade 725 today. And I'm gonna use my OG Black Beauty Blender, which I also haven't used this in a long time. So I'm gonna just dot this everywhere. I think this is gonna be my color just because I'm pretty fair at the moment. I love the way this foundation smells. Might be a little light, but I think I can make it work. Okay, right off the bat, I do not like the Beauty Blender. My e.l.f. sponge is where it's at. I remember this foundation looking very healthy, very pretty on the skin. I feel like this is gonna be one of those like natural medium coverage foundations, which I'm all about. I remember when I loved this foundation, it was like in the summertime, I'm pretty sure, last summer. I'm gonna build it up just a little bit over here. I don't like the Beauty Blender. I feel like it's not as like bouncy as my e.l.f. sponge. It's kind of just, it feels like there's nothing here. Do you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, this smells so good. This smells like hand soap and I'm all about it. Next up, I have the Hard Candy Sheer and Me Instant Eye Fix. Oh my gosh, I used to literally rave about this all the time. Do you guys remember? This was like my OG product probably like 2 years ago. I literally haven't used it. Oh, that feels really good underneath my eyes. It's so cooling. I don't remember the last time that I used this, honestly. The reason I stopped is because there was a point where I ran out of mine. Like there was like no product left. And so I remember I went to Walmart and they were like out of stock for like forever. Like my Walmart, and I went to like another local Walmart and they didn't have it. So I kind of just like forgot about it. And then I was using the peach corrector, which I actually really, really liked as well. And I kind of just like one day I ran out of it and then just kind of forgot about it, honestly. Oh yeah, that feels really cooling and hydrating, which I feel like I need underneath my eyes. I have missed that feeling underneath my eyes. I'm gonna keep using that because I like forgot how refreshing that feels. For concealer, I have my very old favorite, my pride and joy, the Ulta Beauty Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. I have this one in shade Light Warm, which I think is gonna be pretty good. Oh yeah, I think I can make it work. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I stopped using this. I think I just like forgot. Like there's just so much new makeup that has came out since I was using this concealer. So many new concealers. Like it's sad actually, you know? But I also don't want to keep using the same products over and over. That's the reason why I'm always like trying out new things and recommending new products to you guys. It's not because I don't love the old ones. Like, see how nice that's blending out? Sometimes I really do forget about products and I don't like that. I feel like the shade's a little bit too light, but then I know medium warm is a little bit too dark. I feel like that's another reason too, actually, now that I remember why I stopped using it, because the shades aren't my absolute favorite. Like I know that the shade medium warm is really good for me when I'm tan, but like that's too dark for me right now. But light warm, it's a little too light because I don't love a super light under eye anymore, but I do really like the formula of this, love the coverage. And this concealer is only like $9 too at Ulta, so if you need a good one and you can find your shade, I still recommend it. I still love it. I feel like I just don't really like this color, so I'm gonna take a little bit of medium warm and add it in here. Look, I took the stopper out and there's like so much product coming out. See, medium warm is a little too dark. Actually a lot too dark, but that's okay. I'm just gonna use a little bit of that. I need like a shade in between those two. Like I need light, medium, warm. But it can still work. Oh yeah, that's even like better full coverage. Like wow, I really, really like this. I forgot how much I love this actually. This is definitely a more lightweight version of Tarte Shape Tape. So Check it out at Ulta. To set underneath my eyes, I'm gonna be going in with my number 7 Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. I was using this in the beginning of the year, probably around the springtime, and I haven't used it in a while, probably since summer, because I've been using my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I've been using just different ones that I forgot about this, honestly. So we're gonna test the waters again today. This powder does not give you a white cast. So just a little FYI, even though it looks very white when you apply it, I feel like most translucent powder does. It's really fun using old products. It's kind of like you're using new products in a way because you haven't used them in a while. So you're like, in a way, like you forget like, oh, why did I love this product? You know what I mean? I really like that. I'm gonna try to do this. Well, if you guys like this video, I will try to do this at least like once a month. Number 7 used to be sold at my Ulta, and it used to be sold at actually my Ulta near school where I was at when I was at Penn State. And it used to be sold at Target, but for me, they only have number 7 at Target and they only sell skincare. So when I got this powder, I ordered it on Amazon. Love the powder. I love the concealer combo. I actually like the foundation. It looks really lightweight. Doesn't feel like I'm wearing foundation, which I love that. So I'm impressed. So far, so good with the products. The only downside are these lashes. I'm not obsessed with them as much as I used to be. So next up, I have my Thrive Cosmetics bronzer. This is the Sun Chaser Blur and Sculpt Bronzing Powder in shade Rhea. I love that name, Rhea. So I'm gonna be taking this. It's like a more cool tone color, but I remember loving this. I talked about this in a favorites video a couple months back, and I saw it in my collection and I was like, oh my gosh, I used to love that. Oh, also, really quick, I want to set the rest of my face, and even though I kind of did with the translucent powder, I used to love the It Cosmetics By Pores pressed powder like about 2 years ago, so I wanted to give it a try, and this is like a fresh one, so we're gonna test it out again. I feel like that translucent powder was already super smoothing, but I wanted to use this again. I used to die over this powder, and then I remember I discovered the e.l.f. one. e.l.f. has like a dupe for this. It's like $6. And then I stopped using it, but I saw this in my collection and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to use that. Like minus that. My skin looks really good, like smoothing. I like this, and the thing I like about the powder is that you can add a lot. Your skin literally feels so soft. Oh my gosh, I forgot how nice that is. So I'm gonna be taking this and I'm gonna just bronze, and then I'm gonna contour. Oh, this is a nice color. It's kind of cool tone, it's kind of warm. It kind of looks like sun-kissed, like I went to the beach and I got a tan type of color. I used a lot of bronzer. I need to blend it out, but it's really, really nice formula. Why did I stop using this? I'm just gonna blend that out. I'm gonna use the same brush, which I didn't even tell you guys, that I used to set my face with. This one is from Royal & Langnickel, which you can find at Walmart. I'm gonna use a little bit of translucent powder just to clean up underneath a little bit. I know I didn't contour yet, but I always like doing this. Gonna use a different Royal & Langnickel brush, the same bronzer. I will say I love the foundation with the powder combo, but I don't love this foundation more than the CoverGirl Matte Made. That one is still my baby. Makeup Revolution Full Coverage Foundation, that's still also my baby. So this is a nice, healthy, like everyday foundation, but the other ones are more full coverage. So you know I love them more, but it's good. I do like it. So moving into blush, a palette that I was looking through my collection and I was like, oh, I remember that. NYX Sweet Cheeks palette. I really like this actually, but I don't know why I stopped using this. I think because maybe when I was recommending this to you guys, I realized that this was like a $20 drugstore blush palette. It might be on sale right now, but I remember when I bought it, it was pricey. I mean, you do get a lot of blushes, but NYX has become so pricey with their stuff. And I do love NYX, don't get me wrong, but some of their stuff, I'm like, I'm gonna just mix a couple of the shades in here, like literally mix. very pigmented. I do like how you get a variety though. I think that's always very convenient. Pretty. Then for highlight, I have Becca's Champagne Pop. This was my go-to probably like 2-3 years ago. I could not live without Champagne Pop. Like this was, I think, the era of highlighting in the makeup world. At least that's what I think and that's what I feel, because ever since this came out, that's when I noticed that highlighting just became such a huge trend. So I honestly haven't used this in a while. Maybe I used it in a tutorial like a couple months ago. I don't remember, but I know that I haven't used this in a while in my everyday makeup routine. I'm gonna use this highlighting brush. This one is from Amazon. Hopefully they don't get rid of this one, because this is like a dupe for the Anastasia brush that I love. It's pretty, but is it weird that like I want to add my Makeup Revolution highlight over top? I don't know if like right now I would go out, let's say, and like repurchase that highlight. I think there's a lot better alternatives nowadays. I mean, I do love Champagne Pop, but highlighters have definitely evolved since then. Now we can finish up the lower lash line. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to start off by using the same Love Letter shade in here, and I'm going to use this ColourPop brush. It's like a rounded dome brush. I'm going to focus this shade right on the outer corner, and I know it looks kind of sloppy right now, but I want to drag this down very low. And then I'm going to use a Sigma E25 blending, and I'm going to blend it out. Let me zoom back in. And then I'm going to be taking the shade Vermeer, and I'm going to apply that in the inner corners. I also did apply that on my brow bone when I was cleaning up my shadow, but I'm going to apply a little bit more. Okay, I'm just adding a little bit more of that dark color from the Norvina palette, the shade Drama on the outer corner. Really deepen that up a little bit, and to do this I'm using another brush from Amazon. I'm gonna find another brush kit so that I can have something else to recommend to you guys, so don't worry. I'm gonna take these two colors right here from the Norvina palette and smudge those out as well. Oh yeah, I like that. And to do this, I'm using an e.l.f. contour brush for the eye. Yeah, let's do a dramatic purple. I feel like I still use a lot of the same old eyeliners that I recommended to you guys. LA Girl, NYX, CoverGirl, Urban Decay, L'Oreal. Like I have a lot of different ones that I like. So I'm gonna just use this one from LA Girl. These are actually their Shockwave Neon eyeliners. These are perfection. They have a ton of different colors. I have so much makeup on my hands. So many beautiful neon shades. I believe some of them are even lip liners, but I just use them as like eyeliners. This one in particular is an eyeliner. So this one is in shade Vivid. To really make that liner pop, I'm kind of taking that and like dragging it and lining my like lower lash line as well. Can you guys hear the rain outside? No? Maybe? It's like pouring and it's so relaxing. I love the sound of the rain. Love it. Okay, so we can finally finish off the look with lips and setting spray. So I have the L'Oreal Color Riche Matte Lip Liners. I raved about these. I remember last year I was going back to college and I did like a favorites video. I literally remember it like it was yesterday. It was like around September and I was obsessed with these. So I haven't used them in quite some time. I've been obsessed with my Cokie ones and my LA Girl one. Pop this on. Oh, and the shade is in shade 110, which is called Matt's It. Kind of a weird name, but it's a little bit more mauve-y tone than what I wanted. Do I want this color? Fine, I'll do it. Don't remember that happening. Oh, I remember. Okay, let's just go with Milani instead. This is the Milani lip liner in Spice. This is a little too dark. Like, I did not want this dark nude. Next up, I have two MAC lipsticks. I have not used MAC lipsticks in forever. I mean, they've just been sitting in my collection. I could probably get rid of them. I don't use MAC as much as I used to anymore. I don't know why. There's just so many other brands that sometimes I forget about MAC. So I'm gonna go in with Velvet Teddy, which I think kind of matches with my lip liner. I do like the lip liner with the lip color, and I think I'm gonna top that in the center with a little bit of Honey Love. Wow. So I used to first purchase MAC when I was in high school. That was like when I first discovered it. And it's funny how scents can bring you back to a time in your life. I literally smell this and I remember being like 14, 15, 16 years old buying my first MAC lipstick. That's crazy. All right, last but not least, I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup, and I'm gonna use my Milani Make It Last setting spray. I've been using my Rimmel Stay Matte that I found this on the bottom of my drawer in my setting spray section when I decluttered my makeup yesterday, and I was like, I used to be obsessed with it.
Oh, I miss that smell. Let's do one.
Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I actually kind of do like lip color more now that I mixed Honey Love in the center with Velvet Teddy. I think it's actually really pretty. I would probably do something a little bit more nude. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but like my blush or bronzer or something dripped down my cheek. It's my right side, which is your left if you're looking at it. So I don't know what happened there. I didn't notice until after I finished the video and I was outside in my car. So I was like, man, I hope it wasn't there throughout the whole video, but it wasn't. It was just right after I set my makeup. So please excuse that with the eye makeup. But overall, I really love most of the products that I used again. I will say I'm definitely gonna be adding these and incorporating more of these old favorites into some of my newer videos. So be on the lookout for that. The only thing that kind of was a little bit like, eek, that I don't remember happening to me were the L'Oreal lip liners. I don't remember these breaking on me. That's so weird, maybe because it's a little bit older, but I used to really love these. And what else? The lashes, I talked about those. The foundation is pretty, but I still love my Matte Made foundation more. But this is a very healthy, natural foundation, like natural medium coverage. So if you're looking for something for every single day that's pretty hydrating, I think you would really like this because it's not a matte finish like the other Matte Made foundation. I really love these two palettes together. I think they are beautiful. I mean, even though the Norvina palettes, the shimmers in here are a little crumbly, as you can see, I still love the palette. I love the colors in here. They're very unique, and I like mixing the two because it just kind of creates like, I don't know, I love these tones. So definitely great palettes. Oh yeah, also this Becca Champagne Pop, I don't know if it's just because I have so many other highlighter favorites, but this, I don't really see myself using this or incorporating this in my everyday makeup anymore. There's so many other highlights out there that it's like, I mean, this is pretty, but like I said, I wouldn't go out right now and like purchase this highlighter. I think this is almost like $40, so definitely have some other favorites, but it's not a bad highlighter. So that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for everything. I will leave all the products and everything that I use down below as always. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.